A disastrous back pass mistake, a highly controversial disallowed goal, and a desperate 10-man survival. Welcome to a goalless match that was honestly an absolute cocktail of pure drama. Today, we're breaking down the shocking 0-0 draw between Belgium and Iran at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Think about it. 0 goals, 1 red card, and 1 massive VAR controversy. How exactly did all this drama unfold? Well, today we're unpacking the major turning points that made this matchup so wildly unpredictable. We're going to look at the exact moment a routine play turned into an absolute nightmare, and how a team down to 10 men somehow survived to fight another day. Section 1. Pre-match context. David versus Goliath. Stakes at SoFi Stadium. To really grasp the stakes here, you've got to picture the electric atmosphere in Los Angeles. The stadium was absolutely packed with fans from the Iranian diaspora proudly displaying lion and sun flags. And in this incredibly charged environment, the contrast on the pitch was stark. You had Rudy Garcia's star-studded Red Devils, but they were missing Jeremy Doku's vital pace due to illness. And to counter them, Iran. Despite facing severe off-field travel restrictions and visa issues, they leaned heavily on sheer grit, fielding the oldest starting 11 at a World Cup since 1966.
Section 2, First Half. The VAR Controversy. As the match kicked off, a clear tactical pattern emerged right away. Even though Belgium was dominating possession with a new back five, Iran sat deep and just created absolute chaos on the counter. Watch how quickly this unfolds. A cleverly worked free kick finds Mehdi Taremi, and he absolutely buries it in the net. The stadium goes wild. But then comes the heartbreaking VAR review. Taremi was ruled offside by literally just his backside. It's a technically correct call, sure, but the agonizing time it took to reach that verdict sparked massive debate and totally sucked the air right out of the stadium.
Section 3. The climax. The 66th minute and Ngoy's nightmare. So we move into the second half, and the tension is just palpable. The score is still locked at 0-0. And then, the 66th minute arrives. 6. I want you to let that number sink in for a moment. Young Belgian defender Nathan Ngoy was playing in only his 6th international cap, just his 6th appearance on the world's biggest stage. The pressure is already immense for any player, but for someone this fresh into their international career, what happened next is every defender's absolute worst nightmare. At this level, the margin for error is 0. Ngoy attempts a totally routine back pass to his goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois, but he accidentally miskicks it off his plant foot. The ball just dies right there on the pitch. Instantly, Mehdi Taremi races past for a clean breakaway, which forces Ngoy into a desperate, panic-driven foul. The referee doesn't hesitate for a second, straight red card. The 8th of the entire tournament. The image of a devastated Nathan Ngoy sitting on the pitch, head in his hands, is truly heartbreaking. It was a tiny mechanical error, but with massive, massive consequences.
Section 4. The Fallout. 10-man survival and missed chances.
So now, with 24 chaotic minutes left on the clock, Belgium is down to 10 men. Iran smells blood in the water and immediately brings on fresh attacking options to turn the screw. Thibaut Courtois had to be spectacular, stretching out to save a really dangerous flick-on header from Hossein Kanani. But here's the sheer irony of football for you. Despite being reduced to 10 men, Belgium actually created some of the best chances of the entire game late on. Maxim de Kuiper found himself with a golden, point-blank opportunity in the 86th minute off a De Bruyne cutback. But Iranian goalkeeper Alireza Beranvand stepped up as the absolute hero, denying de Kuiper twice. Just breathtaking end-to-end action. This quote from Romelu Lukaku perfectly anchors the emotional fallout for the Red Devils. He said, "We have to analyze what went wrong because we created so many chances without scoring, and that's frustrating. We play with too much emotion in key moments." You can really hear the frustration there. Belgium is a team currently lacking sharpness and that vital cutting edge in the final third. They have all the talent in the world, but when the pressure mounts, the final execution is just falling flat. Section 5. Final stats and standings. Group G on a knife's edge. If we zoom out from the emotional roller coaster on the pitch and look at the cold, hard numbers, it's pretty grim. 0. That is the number of goals the Belgian national team has scored themselves over 2 entire World Cup matches. Yes, they drew 1-1 with Egypt in their opener, but they only benefited from an Egyptian-owned goal. This is a horrific scoring crisis for a team packed with this much attacking talent. Without Doku's pace to stretch the field, they are simply failing to find the back of the net when it matters most. And that scoring crisis brings us to this highly tense Group G table. Egypt is currently sitting comfortably at the top with 4 points, but look at the battle for second place. Iran and Belgium are deadlocked at 2 points each, but Iran currently sits ahead on the tiebreaker based on total tournament goals scored. They've looked totally galvanized on the pitch, proving they're incredibly competitive despite all their off-field obstacles. And this makes the upcoming final group stage matches absolute do-or-die deciders. So, I leave you with this ultimate question. Who is going to qualify from Group G? Will it be Iran's incredible resilience shining through, or will Belgium's golden generation finally find their scoring boots and survive? I definitely want to hear your predictions, so drop them in the comments below. That does it for our explainer on this Group G thriller. Make sure you catch our next breakdown where we'll be dissecting Uruguay's unbelievable 2-2 draw with Cabo Verde, featuring Pina's absolutely ridiculous 32-meter free kick stunner. You are not going to want to miss it. Until then, keep learning and keep asking questions.